Which play do you like best? Make your choice now and send us your best play or assist with the hashtag 2KTV WOW to be considered for a spot here on Top Plays. Remember to include your gamer tag. I'm brainstorming my new gamer tag right now. Any suggestions? Do I have to put like 7 numbers after my name? What's the protocol here? See you later, everyone.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello, basketball. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Anthony is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the center. And for New Orleans, Trey Murphy is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Olynyk. Then there's Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5. And you think about the future of this great league, certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
Now, Wagner. The pass to Banchero. Up again, and Banchero, and the follow! Banchero's got his team on the board to start the game for Orlando.
You have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Timed that tip perfectly.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Clippers.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Shooting 1.
That free throw, good from Banchero. Well, back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Free throw good, McCollum. Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
And that one, good.
That's a nice touch around the rim. McCollum makes the most of his opportunities down there.
And Banchero, here we go. And he lays it straight in. Banchero's got his 3rd bucket of the night. McCollum against Anthony. McCollum dishes to Olynyk. Great defense that time from Banchero. Offensive rebound, and it's in there. Banchero's got 9 points.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Out to the right wing. Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, the idea of a guy the size of Zion pulling off a move like that is frightening.
Orlando, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. McCollum against Anthony. To the paint, puts it up from 12. Williamson with the block. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Well, he doesn't get to the line all that often, but Murphy is nailed at the strike.
For New Orleans, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And Stan, after a few down years, the magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by McCollum. Covered by Anthony. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
Here's Wagner. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Banchero against Olynyk. Banchero inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Willie Green gave me a few minutes to talk with him, and we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic.
On the court.
Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. There's Bitadze. No good, unable to end this run. New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Alvarado. It's deflected. Wagner outside. Caldwell Pope outside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, Caldwell Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Alvarado passes to Robinson Earl. Yep, it counts.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Anthony. It's tipped. Second chance shot. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Well, Anthony is a creative scorer and knows how to get the defense off balance.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Brown's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Stan, when you were faced with back-to-back games, did that factor into your game planning at all?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, it factored into what we did in preparation. You know, practice the day before the back-to-back set. But I was a one-game-at-a-time guy, and whatever it took to win that night was what we were going to do, and then we'd worry about the second game when that one was over.
Shots good by Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony is a talented scorer. He understands how to capitalize when he's near the rim.
Brown outside. Pass to Misi. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Alvarado. Not 3 off the mark. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Anthony. Lays it up and banks it in. Anthony's got 5.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Zion Williamson. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
And here's a look at some numbers for Williamson. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from three, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Black, following the score by New Orleans.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Orlando with the ball, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Out to Harris. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's deflected. He's covered by Isaac. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 3 seconds left. It's blocked. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Orlando Magic. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Right back after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now here's McCollum. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. They've got Zion Williamson. Hawkins is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Misi in at the 5, down low. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
Well, McCollum very smooth with the handle, creating the separation he needs.
And Carroll passes to Carter. Harris outside. Back to Carter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Again, the Pelicans score.
Hawkins putting his passing on display. Moves gives the ball to an open man.
The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
Yeah, but what matters now is how the team responds to a loss like that. That's what makes this a big game for them.
While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The Magic in second.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Misi. First personal foul. First team foul.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
That one drops for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Wagner on the wing. And they get it. And the jumper is good. Wagner's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I loved coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Lock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Anthony. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Anthony against McCollum. Pass to Misi. New Orleans moving the ball around. Lets it go from deep. And C.J. McCollum another 3. McCollum's got 17.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Anthony. Got a hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Brown is checked in for the Pelicans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Hawkins. The Magic also changing it up. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's Jonathan Isaac in for Banchero. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Isaac. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
The first one falls. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
We did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Austin, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Alvarado. Covered by Anthony. Back to Alvarado. To the middle. Here's Robinson Earl. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Now Brown, after Jonathan Isaac's three-pointer that didn't go. Brown feeling it out a bit. Here he goes, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
Substitution for your Pelicans. Zion Williamson. Trey Murphy.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Lobbed up there for Isaac. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Here are the Magic now. Following the score by New Orleans. Anthony finds Caldwell Pope. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points so far.
Caldwell Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
Isaac against Williamson. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Wagner. Caldwell Pope for 3. Pelicans pull it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Williamson with the bucket. 6 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. 29 seconds left here in the second. Here's Isaac.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10 forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Black comes in for Wagner. And Harris subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And both free throws good for Isaac.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Anthony. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot. We got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and also 3 steals. It's hard to imagine how he could have been any better in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then there's Cole Anthony. Then there's Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. The Magic trail by 6. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paulo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. Banchero against Olynyk. There's the lob to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Well, look, everyone likes a flush. Carter Jr. showing his force.
Pelicans leading by 4. McCollum right side. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. The Magic trail by 4. For the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
Well, he shoots a solid clip from deep. Caldwell Pope took advantage.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 17. Passes it to Williamson. Shoots over Wagner. Williamson with the bucket. 10 points for him.
Well, there, instead of forcing the issue, Zion takes what the defense gives him.
Here's Wagner. Nisi grabs the rebound. Nisi's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. The rebound by Bitadze.
Not a great start to this second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Banchero against Olynyk. For the lead. And it's laid in by Banchero. And the Magic lead by 1.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answer. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Second personal foul.
And I love how active McCollum is. Superb at drawing contact on the way up.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
And that one misses. The Magic making a switch here. Black's checked in. That one is no good. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a long-time assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Here's De Silva. Offline with his three. The Pelicans trail. Here's Boston. He has yet to score. Back to McCollum from outside the arc. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Here's Black. Pelicans pull it in. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Tipped away. Here's De Silva. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Connects from three-point range. Black's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
McCollum, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. Black kicks to Cook. Pass to De Silva. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. Fifth best, Paolo Banchero.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Reeves is checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Carter. And Harris subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
There's 1:40 left here in the third quarter. No good on the triple.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, he's not just a shooter. Harris is also adept at getting inside and finishing at the rim.
Pelicans trail by 4.
Looking now at some numbers for Banchero. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging about 27 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yeah, their entire system would look different if they didn't have this guy to depend on.
Zion Williamson's checked in for the Pelicans. And the Magic making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. Good on both. 1:16 left to play here in the third. Harris outside. Back to Anthony. Over to the wing. Here's De Silva. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. De Silva's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Anthony is going to see those gaps and exploit them. He's got good vision.
De Silva with the rebound. Magic leading by 4. Harris right side. Back to Anthony. There's 38 seconds left in the third. And he gets it to go. Anthony's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Reeves the pass to Williamson. That one good for 2. Williamson's got 12 points in the game.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels it.
And here is Anthony. He's got 9. Six on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Magic lead by 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Hawkins, Williamson out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Robinson Earl in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5.
A classic hustle play from Hawkins in transition to ensure they get it done on the fast break.
Like the pass to Harris to the left wing. Wagner outside. No good with the triple.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
There's Brown with the 3. Black grabs the board. Orlando leading. He kicks it to Harris. Pass to De Silva. Got a piece of it. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And it's Williamson missing.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
Here's Black. Here's De Silva. Misses the jumper.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
The Magic shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Black, covered by Williamson. Pass to De Silva. The Magic again can't hit. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, easy call.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations. And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Paolo Banchero's checked in for Orlando. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Gary Harris. And he's good on the second. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Black. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Okay, fans, we need you to get down right now.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, and they have to just keep feeding C.J. McCollum. He is on a heater.
And Wagner's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a one-point game. Caldwell Pope outside. Drills the three-pointer. Caldwell Pope's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
McCollum dishes to Williamson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Wagner on the wing. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, with his size and athleticism, it's not hard for Wagner to get up there.
It's McCollum on the wing. It's tipped. Wagner with it. Now defended by Williamson. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for Black.
Magic substitution. Cole Anthony.
Here's Anthony. Feeds it to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And Banchero is putting it all together. Capable of scoring from all three levels.
McCollum kicks to Williamson. Back to McCollum. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paolo Banchero.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Here's Caldwell Pope following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got the lead up to 8 now for Orlando.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just pulleys right through it.
Here's Boston. That shot misses. Nice defense from Wagner. Wagner on the wing. Here's Banchero. And there it is for him. And it's a 10-point Magic lead.
Spectacular. I mean, lights out shooting here down the stretch. All of a sudden now they're in a position to win the game.
Out to the right wing. New Orleans moving it around. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside shooting.
Now, here's Banchero. Poke loose. Here's Boston. He's defended by Wagner. McCollum, no good. Magic leading by 7. Caldwell Pope pass to Wagner. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Now the pass to Boston. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
And the Magic making a change here. Carter's checked in. Wagner finds Carter. Inside. McCollum against Anthony. Ball's knocked loose.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Here's Boston. Over to the wing. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And that's an intentional foul. Both teams will make substitutions.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as much as 10.
Personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Magic, Cantavius Caldwell Pope. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope isn't a guy that shoots a ton of free throws, but he makes them count.
The second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
Williamson from long range. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Olynyk trying to break loose. Money!
He's just staying poised down the stretch. That's a big make for Williamson.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're up by 4. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Good luck once again for your Pelicans.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
Fourth team foul. At the line for the Magic, Cole Anthony taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, we all know Cole Anthony can score the ball, but he deserves more credit for his defense. He's a high-energy player who likes to make things difficult for opposing guards.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Substitution for your Pelicans.
Mo Bamba. Bruce Brown.
19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From the arc, it falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
C.J. McCollum. 4th personal foul. 15 foul. Shooting for Orlando, Cole Anthony. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
McCollum outside.
Count it. Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.